un dot what? Text. That is the name of the what? The text field. That text field that is up there. Are we confused? No, we cannot be confused. Because this name here of this particular thing is UN. If you design what I told you to design, you will not be confused. Then, if you click on the property here, you will see that where is UN? See the UN name here of this. It's not very simple. So now, I've said that, hey, you in that place, what I've entered there, get it and assign it in what? In this place for me. Assign it to get this thing here, assign it to this particular thing, and this one I will assign it to here, to this one. Is that okay? Then the second one is the password. This thing that get that thing, password, get it for pass. And where is the pass? The pass is coming from here. And if you touch here, go to property, you will also see the word, the pass, as the name of the word, of the control. Look at it, I put a click on this one. So now if I go back here again, what will happen? I go back here and say, okay, get it and store it here. And then I will now say, SQL data adapter, that is what another class. Then I now insert the object of it and I say new is equal to the command. Whatever I have done, I pass it into this place. This is just initialization. If I have done this for all the application, you cannot be repeating it. That's just one thing. Once you have this thing one, you can be modeling it in line to whatever you want to do. So if you model it in that aspect, so take note of that and then please try to attend it. And then you say data table, if the DT is equal to new data table. And then DA, the object of the data adapter, is dot field, then you're passing this into this. You are collecting the whole of that and passing it into an array. This is not hard. It's just so you configure, you're not doing it before doing it and you run it once, you see that it's very clear. Now, you are now checking. If data table dot rows, whatever you get on the row, what is the row? In the database, you store record across like this is row, down like this is column. So the row defines the complete information about a user because you have the username, the password, the distance. So on the row, it defines the complete information about what a user. So it packs everything in that database based on what you have inputted at the interface and hold it in the what? Data table. .rows.count. If you get it and it's stated as 0, if you fetch something, the data table cannot be 0. But if you didn't fetch anything, it will be what? 0. We say go and carry something, come, and you go and come back empty. Do you come with something? No. But if you go and come with something, it will what? It will be that what? 0. So it's here that way. Go to the database, check the database. If you get value and it's more than 0, then do what? AD.show. Then use the object of another class to navigate straight to that place. You are, that means it has okay to log in, then log in straight to that particular place. And then the current phone now should be hidden. This dot hide the what? The login phone, but open the one that has been authenticated that is correct and let him log in. Is that okay? Yes. Yes, sir. And then you have that. So now, that's what is there. If said the whole thing is working and you put it correctly, you should have somebody, 2 or 3 people now, their system is on with the whole thing. That is what I give to the level. From when I get 1%, it's okay or password. It is authenticated directly in the word database. It's not anyhow again. Now, let's see something. Let's try to see what is happening here in the data source. Server, let's open this thing. Let's open it and then come to the word user here. Right click on it, go to show tables, and then we'll see something. If you watch here, the name here is what? IUR. Password is IUR, and then the first name is like that. So this is what I'm using to log in. If I use the same to log in, it will log in correctly. But if I didn't use it to log in, it will not log in. So look at this thing now. All those things I've shown you here now. Let's see what is there. That means here is what? IUR, here is IUR. Here is TS01, here is 1, 2, 3. So what's something? I will go back to this place, and then I will say AYUA, AYUA. And I click on login. Is there? We are in now. And since we are in, if you watch here, there are how many records here? 1, 2, 3, right? There are 3 records now. For you to see that the thing is communicating to the database based on all these routes are established, we will now go back to the page here and say, let's register a word, a person. And we'll say this person is, maybe the name is Hamza. That is the password. And the Hamza is 1, 2, 3. Therefore, and then the full name is Hamza Mohammed. Eh? Oh, yes. All right. Is it correct? Yes, sir. Then, oh, sorry. We'll put this one out. We'll put it here. Here. And then the row is what? Student. Spill over student. Student. Are you ready for him to spill over? No, sir. For ready for him to spill over, back to sender. Sender to back, sir. So now you click on this. Watch that. So user was added what? Successful. This message is a customized message by the programmer himself. You can change it to another way that you want to do it. So if you look this, it has been truly added. So let's see that it is true. It has added truly in the database. So let's go back to this place and let's refresh this. Hamza is here. And if we now expand this, if we now expand this, you see complete information about Hamza as a student. This is what is there. So it is communicating through that route that we have established. Everything is working. Now, assuming that maybe Hamza was created with an error, the names are not captured complete. That's what they do. You update, you delete, you select from. And then, if you now go to this application, you find that, look at Hamza that I added now. Hamza is also here. Look at it's showing automatically. As I'm adding, it's increasing down here. Are you seeing that? Yes, sir. It's increasing down here. If I add another one here, maybe I'll just change here. If I just change, look at it. If I now start, if I want to now add this one, it will not work because Hamza is the primary key already. If I click on this, you see, violation of primary key constraint. Look at this. Cannot insert duplicate key on object dpo.user. The duplicate key value is Hamza. Because I've defined a constraint in the word database. Is that okay? Yes. That one is there. But if I now change this thing to maybe who Omar, and then Omar has the password this, and Omar is having the name of Buhari Ado. And then you have Buhari Ado.
Yes, sir.
A-R-D-O.
A-R-D-O.
Ado. And then this person is the what? Admin. Admin. And you click on this one now. It's added. And it's adding here too. Where is the person? Omar. This. You see the person down there. And it's there completely. So it's adding now. Now, and it's storing a word. Primary key is the value that can uniquely identify you. So if you now say Hamza, and then you search Hamza, you display Hamza, put the ID of the Hamza and you click on search, it display the information back here for you to see. And then if you want to correct this name, maybe the name was not captured very well, you say Hamza Sadiq. 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 And then you click on update. It will now update successfully. message. And then if you check down, you will see Hamza Sadiq updated here. And if you go to that base too, you will see that you will refresh this one. You will show that this is Hamza Sadiq stored here. And at every point in time, when you come in 100 years to come, everything will still be there, like that. Except the database has issue. That's what is there. So now, going back to this place, you can also update this. I've done that in update. The login design. In the login section, I've told us here that look at this what is doing. From here, the code has changed to what you have done before that we have done here. To make that thing work. For the login. What about for the display of information in the what? In the table. That place we use this word an object, also we use thing. It's the same we use in login. That's why I say if you understand one, it's just a small variation in a particular place that you use to get that thing. Then object that open, you have opened the database, and then SQL statement here is now not selected here. Because you are inserting a record in what database, you are creating a user. So the SQL command to use is what? Insert. So inside the SQL command, we now pass a command string as insert into user, username, password, first name, last name, and row. And what are the values? The values are, look at values, open parentheses, look at double, a single quote here, and a double quote, plus text, text box 1.text. Text box 1.text is on the design. If you come here now, this is text box 1.text. If you click on the property, take it off, you will see text box 1.text. That's the name of this object. And going back, you are putting the first value and you assign it to what? To username, right? And then the next one, you are collecting the text box 2, assign it to what? Password. Watch this concatenation, but this is what's called concatenation and retrieval of records from the text box, backing it up to the what? To the SQL statement. Now you have a single quote here and a double quote. This double quote here is closing the one that has opened at the beginning here. And the single quote here is beginning here, showing you a variation between this one and that one. So, if you watch here, this one closes this one inside. Concatenation sign, text plus 1.text plus, then you begin a double quote, here it closes this one. If you watch, you see? You've got that one, it closes that, then the small one inside again. Then, text box 2 for password. Then, text box 3 for what? First name. Text box 3 for what? Last name. And text box 5 for what? Row. And then you pass the object of the word, the connection. Just a small variation from the settlement. The other one was red. This one is inside. But you put the same thing. Now, the thing that changes there is command.execute non-query. This is what changes from that other one. That login. Now, as you use this one, you are inserting. After this statement, I now pass view_user details. On our user details, you are telling that if you have insert a record, there is a function that is refreshing the table that will display the record back for me. If I comment this particular code, this is a function call. This function call is defined somewhere. That one, don't worry about that one. Then, after you finish everything, then close the connection. And then bring out a message that user was added successfully. All this that you perform online and you see messages is programmer-defined messages that communicate to the user when a task or when an action is being completed. So if you look at that, the action has been performed and it is successful and the success message is returned. And if it's not successful, then it will return a message telling you that a particular error occurs somewhere. And I pass that error in a try and catch. What is the work of a try and catch? A try and a catch block is a piece of code that keeps track of any programming error that occurs in terms of program execution. So it tracks the error in the catch section and display it out for you to understand what kind of error is this that is coming out. So that's what is there. In that particular time, when we have to create Hamza again, it tells us that Hamza has already existed with the primary key Hamza. That's what is there. So, that's what is there for the insert. And we are talking about insert. That is the word create. Then, what about the view? The code is with you already. The code is with you. All the code is with you. It's just for us to, once you are able to get those things done, fix your systems in line with that SQL Server error that is happening on your system. Carry the code, put in that place, and change it information for us to see. How did I do that? I pick the data grid table, assuming that this is what I just pick it and drop it here again. Let me do it. You see? This is another table. I just pick from there and I drop it here. And if I click on this, it will show me data grid table. Data grid table V1. Data grid view 1. That's the name of this data grid table. You just pick and drop. And then what are you going to do? You're going to copy information come from the word database to the word, the table that you are designing now. Now, what are we going to do in that app here? We don't need to have a button to control it. We are going to pass it straight to a constructor. And a constructor knows when we are going to create a method that implementing tables. That big table view, we pick it and we drop here in the place we want to do it. I've shown you in the previous one how to drag and drop it. There is one somewhere. Dashboard. Look at that one here. Just pick and drop. I show you when I was changing all those things. I just show you how to pick and drop and do all those things. So, when you now pick that, in this one that is here, that we are working with, I pick it and I drop and I maximize it. After I finish maximizing, I'll now go back to the what? To the code. This one. I say, okay, I want to create a view. And where is the view? This is the view. View users. I didn't create it as a what? I didn't create it as inside a control. View user details. View user details. In the user there is a method. And in this method you have a connection string. This one is just a comment. I'll remove it. And in the SQL, the same thing that we have done before, which is what you have known. And then the next line, open the database. The next line, SQL command, select. Because it's selecting, it's just a select to view. Then we didn't pass any command because we're not entering user, we're not entering any value on the interface. we are packing everything from the word data. That the command of connection equal to connect. That means we have collected all that is selected and passed it into the command of connect. And then we use SQL data adapter as a class and we instantiate it. And we pass the connect object into the word adapter. And then